Hey there, my name is Jess. I'm the founder of Hawthorn Creative, and for 20 years, we've been delivering inspirational marketing solutions for the hospitality industry. Today, we're going to talk about how event venues can use Instagram as a powerful tool within their marketing mix. And here's why that matters. There are 1 billion users on Instagram every month. 70% of them are under the age of 35. They spend an average of 50 minutes a day on the platform, and they are 10 times more open to marketing messages from brands than they are on Facebook. So really, we've got a captive audience within a target demographic that is very receptive to your brand message. So really what I want to do is I want to turn over to 2 digital natives who have an opportunity to share with us how they're using the platform today and tell us a little bit more about how we can up our game and really communicate with millennials moving forward. Louise over here is one of our design managers here at Hawthorn Creative, and she's newly engaged in using social media to plan her wedding. So that's a great fit, and congratulations on your wedding.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I also want to introduce Corey. Corey is one of our content managers here at Hawthorn. She works directly with the social media team. She then curates the content that we develop on behalf of our clients and pushes it out through social media as well. So first, I'd love to talk with you, Louise, just about some of your planning kind of process. You know, ultimately, when you found an event venue or thought of an event venue, wanted to learn more, where did you go?
Yeah, I'm a textbook millennial. I'm always on my phone. And the first place I tend to go for whenever I'm looking up anything is social media. And I found myself gravitating to Instagram pretty frequently when it came to wedding venues.
Yeah. And when you ultimately, you found a wedding venue, what is it that they did on their Instagram feed to really kind of wow you or bring you into the next level?
Yeah, I think one thing that they did well was they provided a lot of inspirational posts on their Instagram. In that initial phase when I'm excited, I just want to look at what the possibilities are. So they're posting a lot of imagery that made me feel like I could get a sense of what the experience would be at the venue.
Yep.
I also really felt like they did a good job at feeling personal and making personal connections. And I felt like the people who were behind the account, at the end of the day, what they cared about was their couples.
That's interesting. So, those are some big things. Some people will say, wow, I went on their Instagram account and it was beautiful. They had all these amazing images. But really, like what you're saying is they presented an experience that resonated with you. And they also created an emotional connection, this personalized connection through these photos. How did they do that? Because that's a big step.
Yeah, I think from an experience standpoint, when they post a photo of their tent and it says, we love how Jeff and Danielle decorated their tent in September. Yep. I'm already thinking about how can I decorate that tent, So I'm seeing the space, but I'm also envisioning myself in that space. Right. So that was really something that kind of sold me.
Sure.
And as far as the personal experience goes, I saw a really sweet post that they posted that said, happy 1-year anniversary, Brooke and Gordy. Like, we're so happy you spent your day with us. So they took the time to reach out to a couple that got married there a year ago. That's and that to me is just really hammering home, at the end of the day, our couples are what's most important to us. Yeah. And it didn't feel like a sale. It felt like they cared.
Right. Because they're really twisting it and saying, this Instagram feed isn't about us, even though it is. It's really about our couples. Obviously, what seems to be resonating with you is that sense of experience and that personalized service or that kind of one-on-one, we care about you. Is that something that you see across the board as what should be that feeling that should be evoked on Instagram?
Definitely. I think for millennials, we're looking for that experience offered, that personalized approach, and then at the end of the day, authenticity.
Yeah, millennials have a really good bullshit detector when it comes to social. So make sure that if you're presenting something on Instagram, you're delivering that not only, in a site tour maybe later on, but that you're also being genuine to who you are. Don't lie on social because we will clock it right away.
That's right. Yeah. So Corey, let's turn this over to you. I'd love for you to give me 3 tips. What do we need to do right now to make sure that we are on task and delivering what millennials expect?
Sure. Well, I think first things first, take a step back with your team and identify who you are as a brand. Make sure everyone is aligned in your messaging, what experience you're offering, and what emotions you want to provoke. That'll lead us to the second point, which is making sure your Instagram feed reflects as much. It should be cohesive. It should showcase who you are, sort of like Louise was speaking to, this personal touch. Make sure that's coming through because authenticity at the end of the day is first for millennials.
Right. And if you don't know who you are as a brand and you're posting all sorts of different things, your customer isn't going to know who you are. So I do agree with that. Like that brand consistency throughout is so important.
It's important, and often it's skipped, you
Yeah.
know? So we like to say, make sure you know who you are,
Yep.
because that'll make us more attracted to that page.
Yep.
I would say, secondly, is utilizing your story highlights. The story highlights feature rolled out in 2016, and it's huge. It's taken over really the main use of
Oh, yeah.
Instagram.
Some of my friends, that's all they use.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I would say I view those more. So, you know, stand out in your Instagram highlights with what makes you special.
Mhm.
If you have a beautiful sunset ceremony spot, that should be an Instagram highlight. If you have beautiful winter weddings, make that a highlight. You know, if you're dog friendly, that can be another one. Those little things that make you authentic, make your experience unique, that's what should live there.
Gotcha, like little booklets.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
cool.
like a mini showcase.
All right, give me one more.
The last one is your mantra should be engage often, reply always.
Okay.
And social media is a two-way street.
Mhm.
So if you're not engaging with your users and with your followers, they're going to lose interest.
Yeah.
I think Louise would agree that it's huge if you were to reach out to a venue on Instagram through a direct message and not hear back within a day or
Oh,
two.
yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
She's out.
I've already
She's
moved on.
on.
I've already forgotten about
Yeah.
you. Sorry.
Yeah.
So it's huge to have real responses and timely responses.
Got it. That's really great feedback. So ultimately, create a cohesive brand presence, know who you are, and make sure that your images reflect that.
Yes.
Use story highlights to kind of curate those little nuggets that define you in different ways. And then ultimately make sure that you respond to, you post, but you also respond just as actively, because it's a listening environment that goes both ways.
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. This was super helpful. I really appreciate it. That's a wrap. I appreciate your time today, guys. Look out next week. We'll be sending out a blog post that really kind of goes into greater detail on a lot of what you can do on all of your social channels to have that social conversation with millennials. But in the meantime, feel free to reach out. I love hearing from you guys. And as always, thank you for having me as a part of your hospitality community. Have a great day.